understand the business before putting price. There's a lot of things surrounding big brands that you also need to know before putting your price, because sometimes even if you're selling the same price as them, you can still be making loss. So it's not about the big brands. It's about how much did you spend in producing this? What is your total cost? What is the quality of this product? How can you sell this product to make your profits, to balance both the expense and profit?
Welcome to the Naturally Gifty Vibe, trainer of thousands of smart entrepreneurs across the globe. From learning to create quality cleaning products, to building your brand, growing your business, and living your best DIY lifestyle. This is your calm corner for skills, beauty, health, and income. Welcome to the Naturally Gifty Vibe.
Hi friend, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. Yes, I know you're surprised to see me on camera today. I'm equally surprised. Remember I promised you guys I would do better this year. So let's just say this is me taking a step. How about that? But anyways, I have something very important that brought me here today, and I would like to go straight to the business. So as a coach, a lot of times I get questions from YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and honestly, some of these questions are not something I can just write down. So I've been thinking on how best to answer some of your questions. Being that some of these questions is something I need to actually give a detailed explanation. Now, the major reason I'm here today is I get this question a lot. Gifty, I love your teaching, I love your tutorials, but I don't know where to start from. How do I start a business? That is why I'm here today. Because I think I've been doing more of teaching a lot of things, sharing skills, ideas, but still I've not really talked about how to start your own business. Yes, some people might have the money but don't know where to start from. In some cases, some people don't have the money and they don't equally know where to start from. So that's why I'm here. Now, going into cleaning product business is not really about having the money. Yes, it's important to have money before going into any business, but sometimes it's not about having the money. It's about management. You see, managing a business is one of the most difficult part of business. If you don't know how to manage a business, no matter how much you invest in the business, you might not be able to handle it well. So it's not just about having the money to start the business. It's about knowing how to start and how to manage your business. Now, how do you start a cleaning product business? My number one advice is to start small. Starting small will help and save you a lot. Some of this training comes with different package. Some you'll get like 2 different products, 3 different products, 4 to 5, and sometimes I even run 7 different products. So if you're able to attend such class, and then your idea is to go into the 7 products at a time, you'll make a lot of mistakes. Because number one, you'll be confused no matter how smart you are. This is chemical. Anything that has to do with chemical requires a lot of attention, a lot of dedication and carefulness. You can't be jack of all trade when it comes to chemical business. And even if you want to be jack of all trade, you have to start from somewhere. You have to count A before B. Because when you count A, you'll be able to master A before you go for B. And if you master B, you can be able to remember A. And when you master A and B, going for C will be easy, because by the time you master A and B, you're already very familiar with a lot of chemicals. So the new products you go into, you won't encounter so much challenge. So that's it. So starting small is to say that even if you attended a training where they taught you how to make 7 different products, out of the 7, pick 2. Start with that 2. Starting with 2 products will actually help you a lot. So you can start with either 1 or 2 products. And you know one thing there is that when you start marketing those 2 products, your customers will be the ones to recommend other products. Let's say you're selling multipurpose liquid soap. The person you supplied multipurpose liquid soap to today, one day the person will ask you, do you sell bleach? Do you sell toilet cleaner? They will be the one to give you ideas of what they want. You'll be selling it to them too. If you go into a lot of products, you don't know what they want, you don't know what they need. Now, by now you'll be wondering, how do I know the right product to start with? As a person, when it comes to cleaning products, you already know that we use some of these products on a daily basis. Like dishwashing liquid soap, people use it on a daily basis, morning, afternoon, night. And if you go to places like restaurants and hotels, they use it almost every 1 hour. They use it to do dishes, clean the floor, and do a lot of things, wash the hands and all that. They use it. So this product is an everyday use. So you search deep down your soul, which of these products is something that is used in every home every single day. Which of these products can I go into? Which of these products is an everyday use? So the product you know that people use on a daily basis should actually be the ones you should go for. First, it's not just about liquid soap. It can be any type of cleaning product. If you know that you can sell toilet cleaner better than liquid soap, go for toilet cleaner. If you know you can sell bleach more than toilet cleaner, go for bleach. If you know you can sell tablet soap more, go for tablet soap, which is laundry bar soap. If you know you can sell powder detergent more, go for powder detergent. From this product, your customers will be the ones to recommend the next products to add. And that way to save you a lot of mistakes. So that's it. Now, another thing is sourcing the chemicals. We have lots of fake chemicals in the market. So as a beginner who is just starting, if you're unable to identify original chemicals and you invest so much, you use your 500,000 to buy raw materials, you will lose a lot. But if you start with just 20,000 or 50,000, even if you encounter any mistake, you can be able to look for where the mistake is coming from. And when you're able to identify it, if it's from the chemicals, then you source the right chemical. That way, you've already saved yourself the stress of closing down the business you just started or running to borrow something from somewhere. So that's why you need to start small, no matter how much you have. If you don't have up to 500,000, let's say what you have is just 10,000, you can start with 5 liters of liquid soap. With 5 liters, before you know, you start selling 20, 40, 50, 100, and so on. So it's all about knowing how to manage before going big. Now, another thing is equipment. Now, as a beginner, I know you don't want to start because you don't have money to buy equipment. How do I buy the machines? How do I do this? How do I do that? You don't need all that. Going into cleaning products, you only need to get the essential equipment. Those essential equipment is what you need to start with, like scale and measuring cup. If you're able to get your measuring tools, you're good to go. You can work with whatever you have in your house. Until you're able to afford those expensive equipments, you can start with what you have. Some of the tutorials I share on here, I do it manually. I don't use big equipment for it. It's something you can just do manually. You don't have to use big machine. So when you start small, before you know, you'll be able to make profits. And from your profits, you can be able to save up to the amount you need for those equipments. So you don't have to kick your head or cry over buying big equipment for your production or being like Mr. A, because Mr. A has a lot of equipment and all of a sudden you want to be like Mr. A, but you failed to think about how did Mr. A start this business? How long has Mr. A been in this business? There is no harm in seeing someone as a role model, but it's a two different things, seeing someone as a role model and wanting to be the person immediately. That person you want to be like have already paid their price. So you need to pay your price. You need to start from somewhere. You need to get your audience. You need to build your brand. You need to get your customers. And before you know, you'll be like Mr. A. So that's it. There's no rush. So just take it one step at a time before you know it. Before you know it. And some of you have luck. Oh. Some of you have luck that you don't even have to struggle much. And if you don't try, how will you know you have the luck? So you have to try. You have to try. Some people have luck that once they just go into this business, boom, they expand. So start from somewhere and you'll get it right. Now, another thing is packaging. You see, packaging. Now, packaging for now as a beginner is important too. But if you don't have money to brand your products now, just start without the packaging and you can get through. Trust me. And when you get through, finish your brand with packaging. Like put all the effort you need in your packaging. Because by the time you package your product well, you don't need to call people. You don't need to call for buyers. Your business will sell itself. Your brand will sell itself because once you stand your brand will stand out. So you need to walk into building your brand. When you start this business without a label, within a week or two, if you're able to sell off the first two batch, you can invest the profit into your branding. You can use that profit to brand your product. And by that time, you already have ideas of how you want your brand to look because you keep thinking about how you want it. But if you rush into everything now, you will just want to get everything ready at a time. And by that time, you're going to miss a lot of things. But if you're able to plan ahead, you will have ideas of how you want your business to look. how you want the colors, because all these things matters. Knowing the right colors for your brand, knowing the colors that fits your brand very well is important. Is important. So always make sure you plan ahead before going into branding. It's not just about the expense, it's about doing the right branding. So that's it. Now, another thing is pricing and profit. I know a lot of you, what you just want now is to start making profit. Business is not like that. No matter the type of business you're going into, it shouldn't be just about the profit. It shouldn't be just about, I want to start making money, I want to start making profit. No. Let's say you're going for dishwashing liquid soap, and let's take Morning Fresh. Morning Fresh, depending on the size, they have 1,600, 2,000, 3,000, and you want to sell the same price as Morning Fresh. Do you know how long Morning Fresh has been in the business? Do you know the effort they have put in that business? No, I'm not telling you to spend the years that they've spent to build their brand before you can sell whatever they're selling. No, all I'm saying is understand the business before putting price. Now, when you check the quality of your product and then you check the quality of Morning Fresh, then you ask yourself, does this my product worth this price? When you take a look at Morning Fresh and take a look at your own dishwashing liquid soap, and if you see that your quality is good, then if Morning Fresh is selling 2,000, you can as well go for 2,000 or you go for 1,900 because you know what you're doing. And there's a lot of things surrounding big brands that you also need to know before putting your price, because sometimes even if you're selling the same price as them, you can still be making loss. So that is truth. You can still be making loss. So it's not about the big brands, it's about your own brand. How much did you spend in producing this? What is your total cost? What is the quality of this product? How can you sell this product to make your profits, to balance both the expense and profit? So those are the things you need to know. And that's why you need to take a proper training. It doesn't have to be my training. If you have any training you're interested in, anyone, go and attend a proper training. It will help you a lot. It will. So that's it. Another thing is reinvesting your profit. Buying equipment, even if you have the money, is not really a good idea as a beginner, because you might end up wanting to quit the business and all those money you spent in buying those big equipment will just go. It's either you dash it out or you start selling it off. For something you got for 100,000, you might end up selling it for 30,000. You see, you'll be losing more. But by the time you go into the business and you start making profit and you start using your profit to get equipment, even if you quit the business today, you won't really feel bad because you use the profits to buy those equipments and not your capital. So it's very important. And sometimes I get, Gifty, do I need to register my product before selling? That's why you need a proper training. Your coach will put you through on how to go about that. So that's it. Getting a training is important. A mentor. Even if you're following tutorial videos online, you still need a mentor. Like I said, it doesn't have to be gift. If you have anyone that can do it well for you, go for that person. Mentorship is very important when it comes to this type of business. Now, just in case you don't want training, you want to rely on the tutorial videos you follow online, that's okay. You can go with that. I share detailed tutorials online, which you can learn from. And I believe some other people do too. So yes, you can learn online if you want to. This video is already long. I think in my next video, I'll be sharing startup plans for beginners. So if you want me to share startup ideas for you as a beginner, that might be in the next video. When I end this video, I'll do that as a next video. But if you don't see it, maybe in my next post, you'll see it. Yes. So guys, that's all I have today. I hope this is actually helpful. I hope I was able to pass the message. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're just joining for the first time, my name is Gift. I'm super excited to have you here. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also turn on your notification bell so that you'll be the first to watch my next video. And at the end of this video, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave your comments down below, and don't also forget to share this video to your friends. And to my beautiful, wonderful, and amazing Gift team, you guys know I love you so much. Thank you for being here. God bless you. So I'll see you on my next video, but before then, stay blessed and keep loving one another. Bye.